Hey YouTube, what's up? So this week is a pivotal week with COVID-19. So the mayor asked everybody basically stay home. So out of respect for everybody that works in the hospital and especially those that have the virus, I'm not gonna be riding this week. I want to show you guys the new rack I got, which is the 1UP Equip D. Oh shit! Hey YouTube, what's up? Hope everybody's well. Today, Governor Newsom is no longer allowing restaurants to have people dine in. So now we are only able to have takeout. So it's really eerie here, so quiet and empty. It's raining outside too, so we should be packed. I got a new package. It's the 1UP bike rack. It's the new Equip D. So I'm gonna open that up and show you what it looks like. Okay, so I got the 1 1/4 hitch on my car. So I got a single rack and I got 2 add-ons, so it's going to be a total of 3 racks, just like the one that I previously had. There are some changes to the new rack and I'll go over it with you guys. Okay, so a lot nicer. The weight is going to be a little bit heavier. The quick rack is 23 or 24 pounds and then this one's 27 pounds. You actually have to put screws in here to hold it in place. I bought a bunch of locks. These are the wheel locks and this is the rack lock for the rack. And I would suggest when you buy the rack, you buy all the locks together. That way all the keys are exactly the same. And then the new one comes with this, the new tool. The old one had like this little flip switch here to fold and close, which I like better because it's easier for me to store it in my garage. And install the new handle. This is gonna be the mechanism that opens and closes the rack. Insert this with this, then line up the holes and you're gonna stick it into there. I got a 1 1/4 rack, which actually can fit a 1 1/4 or a 2-inch hitch. So you're gonna take off this piece, that will make it a 2-inch hitch. And once we take this off, it's gonna be just 1 1/4. And that's it. And now it's a 1 1/4 inch. All right, so it momentarily stopped raining, so I'm gonna go out and show you how this rack works. So this is the original 1UP rack, and this is where you open and close the rack from here. We'll release it down, up and down. Whereas the new one, the handle's right here. To open and close the rack, you're gonna pull on this and you unweight it. So you're gonna pull that. That's how you open and close, and then once it's open you can just pull it down. The one thing that I love about having a single rack, I can have the rack up like this and still have access to my trunk. I can open and close it. I own a restaurant, so I'm always going to the grocery store, to the market. There's a bag of rice. I normally have tons of stuff back here to bring back and forth to the restaurant. So having access to my trunk is with the rack on is like really important to me. The other big difference is how the rack is secured into the hitch. So this one, this is an aftermarket one that I bought on my old rack. The other one is a Velcro one. It's kind of sketchy. So this is the security lock. Let me take out the security lock and show you what that looks like. With that lock on the hitch, you can't steal this rack because that's the bolt that secures the rack onto the hitch. Once I loosen it, you'll see that now it's loose, that now the rack can actually move inside of the hitch. Once it's tight like that, it won't move at all. So when I would take off this rack and store in my garage, I adjust these little blue tabs right here. These blue tabs, once you move it like that, allows this rack to be bent and folded. So you would fold it like that and then stick into the garage. The new rack doesn't have this bend piece right here. It has a bolt that you bolt into the rack, which I don't really like, because then for me to take this on and off, I would have to unscrew that versus just flipping the switch. So that's one thing that I would say that I don't like the new change of. Okay, so I'm gonna take this rack off and then I'm gonna show you how I store it, and then I'll put the new rack on, and then loosen this bolt. Once that's loose, I'm gonna take it out, put the rack out so I can bend it like this. So that's how you're gonna store it. All right, so I got the new Kuat Nv2 rack. It's gonna be the same. Just gonna stick the rack inside. The other thing that I like about the quick rack, the old rack, is that this little bar was it was about 1 inch shorter. I was able to get a lot closer to my bumper. So that's two things that I like about the old rack more. Okay, to install it is gonna be the same way. It's an Allen key. Installing it, put it up like this. Here's how the lock works. So now it's tight. It's not moving. So the old security lock, it was like this, which is a little bit difficult to get your finger right here or like this underneath. This one goes through the side, which is a lot easier from the side, much better. So I definitely like this. And then the big change is gonna be the security. Instead of using that like sketchy Velcro, we use this. So basically this is gonna attach through my hitch and then connects to this. So I'm gonna take the security lock, stick it through here, and go this way, like that. So that's locked. And then we're gonna loop through here, like that. This prevent it from coming out. Install it here. This doesn't come out unless you have this tool to pull it out. I definitely like this lock, this option, than the old one with the Velcro. So that's much better. I'm gonna do the add-on here. And then it comes with the extender. I'm gonna add on the second rack. The main reason why I got this rack is because of this. It has this thing and then the ratchet, and I'll show you how the ratchets work. To add on the second rack, we're gonna take off the bolts on the sides right here and then pull this out and then put the rack in. This comes up like this. This goes like this. Then you're gonna stick this piece in here, like that. Slide it in like that. Put the blue piece here. That's how the rack is with both on. And then to open it, you just pull on this right here. So much easier than the old way. And now it's locked. And then to have access, in the old way, I would have to reach down and around like this. Lean the bikes back. You gotta pull on the lever down here. That was a bitch. And then you have access. To open and close, you're just gonna lift up, pull down, boom. The best part is these racks right here. To open on the ratchet, you just push here, that's it. It's so much smoother. Just push on it. To add a third one, it would be the same thing. You add this piece onto the third piece and get the third rack up on there. I'm gonna need 2 racks for tomorrow. The finish on this is just so much nicer. These are the reflectors now. I think it looks a lot nicer than the old reflectors. And then these are also reflectors right here. Hey YouTube, what's up? Over here in LA. I'm waiting for Big Booty Chris, so I'll kind of go over the rack I just got. This is the new 1UP Kuat Nv2 rack. The big difference with this rack and the original 1UP is going to be the levers here to open and close. This is gonna be a lot easier. You're just gonna push this button right here. It opens and closes really fast. These are gonna be a lot more wider, so it could fit like fat bikes or whatever. I have like super wide tires and there's still a ton of room. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't need it to be this wide, but I guess for people that have fat bikes, it's really good. This handle, it's really easy. You just pull up and then it goes down. It leans back like this, so then you have access to the trunk like that. Makes life a lot easier. To put it back up, you don't need to pull the lever. You can just lift the rack up. It locks into place. To take your bike off, just pull this like that. I like to just hold the tire like this as I'm pulling it out. That's it. Really easy. Close it like this. And then to lift up the rack, like this. And then, what's up, girl? Yeah. Put it here like this. He said, am I talking to myself? And then to put a second bike on, basically here. You gotta make sure the pedals are out of the way. Put it on. You face it the opposite way. Probably want to drop the seat. You know, you could put your bike further out this way so the bars are over here and you don't even have to put your seat down. Let me grab Chris's bike to show you. I'm gonna load your bike up, okay? And I'm gonna show you how you can load it up with the seat up. So you can see both seats are all the way up and you can still load it. But yeah, that's how easy it is, and I'll show you how easy it is to unload. And as you see, the bike's just still leaning. It's not secured into this rack, but it's not gonna fall because it just leans on this. Take this out. Take this off. Close this down. These new ratchet systems way smoother than my old one. And then pull it up, and that's it. So hope that was helpful. Now that I've had the rack for 3 or 4 weeks now, I'll kind of go over the things I like more about the quick rack and the things that I like more about the Equip D. There are really 2 things that I like about the quick rack more than the new one that I don't like about this rack. They have these bolts. The old one was a little blue lever that you were able to fold and close the rack. It just made it easier for me to put this into my garage. I would say majority of people don't care about that. The other thing I liked about the quick rack more than this is the length. The old quick rack, it was about a 1 or 2 inch shorter, so the rack was a lot closer to my car. All the things that I like about the Equip D rack is this pull lever. So pull it back, it goes down like that. To pull it up, you just push it up. The other is going to be this ratchet system. You're going to push on this lever here, and so much easier. The other thing is going to be the security lock, because the key's right here. The old way it was this way, so you'd have to stick the key up like that. Putting the key on through the side makes it a lot easier. And then of course the security cable here is much better than the Velcro strap that they had on there. But yeah, they're both solid racks. One Up still sells both of them. The quick rack is an awesome rack. I highly recommend that rack. With the quick rack, you could still buy this easy pull. It's not exactly the same, but it's very similar to this, which does make it easier. You have a fat bike or you have e-bikes with really big tires, the Equip D will probably be better for you. The big thing is also obviously going to be the ratchet system, which is better. You can't go wrong with either racks. I've had many bike racks in the past, including the Kuat Nv2, which was a solid rack. But after getting the One Up, I would say One Up hands down is a better rack. I hope everybody stays safe out there. It's crazy times right now. Just stay healthy, stay safe. We're gonna get through it. Until next weekend. Peace. Oh shit!